Well, hello, sweet beings, and welcome to another episode of Journey to the Center of the Self, where we explore all things about humans being. You hear that right? About humans being. Let's just be little spirits in this human form. So I'm gonna take you guys on a little adventure this time around. We're gonna go to my car really quick to get my sunnies to protect my eyes from those UV rays because we're about to go for a little walk to my favorite bench. I just want to go to my favorite bench in this neighborhood. So I'm gonna go to my car really quick and grab the sunnies. Probably gonna throw on a little bit of lipstick and we're gonna head on to the bench. I hope this finds you guys feeling well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling that good source of energy within yourself, that prana, your vital force. I feel like I'm sharing mine with you right now, and I hope that you guys can feel it all the way to where you are. So here we go. We're gonna get in my car really quick. Look at how clean it is. I just cleaned it. It feels so good. Oh, clean space means so much. It just means so much. Does so much good for the soul. So we're gonna throw on these cute little bad boys right here. And I'm gonna throw on some lipstick. Look at this Revlon number 777. Feel blessed by that angel number. So we're gonna throw this on real quick. Yeah, how has your guys' time been? You know, since the last time we saw each other. I hope all has been well in your world. I hope that you are just continuing to move forward with the best intentions for yourself and positivity in mind. That's kind of what we're going to talk about today is your mind. In fact, a lot of my videos are going to talk about your mind and the power of it and how divine and strong it actually is and influential in creating your reality, creating your perception, creating your world, creating the life that you live. So today I want to focus on talking about the power of expectation. Yes, your expectations hold so much weight, and your expectation really does influence the world around you. It influences the people that you come into contact with. It influences your perception, and it definitely influences the outcomes, whether these outcomes be negative or positive. You, dear creators, have the choice to make sure that outcome is positive or negative. And remember that when it comes to negatives or anything that's contrary to what you are hoping for in life, understand that anything that's contrary to your desires it should be looked at as, how do I want to say this? Should be looked at. Okay, let's look both ways while we cross the street here. We're almost to my little outside bench. It's not very far. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away, folks. But anyway, when it comes to any contrary experience to what you desire, just look at that as a door that invites you to look into what you do actually want. Let your contrary experiences be your push, your gentle nudge in the direction of where you want to go and what you do truly desire. So anyway, let's talk about the power of expectation. When you go into your world and you go into your daily activities with high expectations. Let's start with the low expectations and work our way up. When you have expectations of let's use going into work as an example. When you expect your day at work to be a drag, you expect the day to drag its feet, you expect your coworkers to have attitudes with you, or to just, create moments of discomfort throughout your day. And you expect your boss to be like, unappreciative of you, and you're just expecting one negative thing after the other. Here's this bench. Here's my favorite little bench. Oh, I haven't been here in so long. It feels good. When you start your day with these low expectations, you are tuning yourself to a frequency that it's low. You're tuning yourself to a frequency that's going to deliver everything that you are expecting. And so let's say, you have all these negative expectations before you go to work. You're dragging your own feet to get ready for work. You're like dreading every moment. You're putting on your clothes, and you're probably complaining to yourself about what happened yesterday at work. And so you're taking the past with you, and you are, you're just, you're holding on to these negative emotions, and you are allowing them to dictate how your day plays out. So you're dragging your feet, you're getting ready for work, and then you go into work, and then sure enough, you're already looking at the clock, and you already feel like it's only been an hour, and you're looking at the clock, and you're feeling like, oh my God, when is this shift gonna end? I still have like 6 more hours to go. Gosh, why did Brittany look at me like that? She's always looking at me in certain ways, and she's always so quiet around me. Why is she so quiet around me? I think I'm cool. I feel like I'm a good person to talk to. Like, why does she always show this, why does she always give me this negative energy? And then why is Steven always like, laughing around everybody else, but he doesn't really include me in any of the laughter and the fun and the conversations? I feel neglected. And this is just what I thought. I knew that when I came into work, it was gonna drag, and I knew that, my coworkers were gonna make me feel bad about myself. And oh man, here comes my boss, Stephanie. I wonder what she's gonna say. She's probably gonna, get on me about I don't know. She's probably going to get on me about something today. I just feel it. I just know it. That's what bosses usually do. That's what you are supposed to expect from your bosses, right? So then, of course, your boss, Stephanie, comes over, and she just has something to tell you about the upcoming quarter that you guys are going to go through. And she's just there to share information with you about the new quarter and what's expected of you and all your coworkers, right? But because you expected her to come to you with something in a negative way, you are viewing and you are taking in her information in a negative way. So you might pick up on some slight tones that might be misconstrued. Maybe Stephanie's just tired or something, and you think that she has a tone with you, or you just feel like you're being singled out. Like, I wonder if she's told everybody else about this new quarter and all these expectations. And, before you even got to work, you were just creating what you were creating the outcome of your day. You were creating basically how you were going to feel. You were already defining you were already putting a negative stamp on your day at work, So let's try that with, let's try putting positive expectations before you start your day. All right, you wake up and your alarm goes off like 2 or 3 hours before you're expected to go to work. You do a nice little stretch before you get out of bed. You start saying things like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that I got that sleep last night. I'm so grateful now that I'm awake. I am so grateful now that I have some time to myself before I have to go into work. Man, I'm grateful that I even have a job to go to. I'm grateful that I can even get out of bed today and I'm feeling healthy and well enough to step out of bed and to, go to work and make that money and bring in, all that good stuff so that I can take care of myself. Um, I'm so, you start your day with gratitude right off the bat. You're like really feeling good. You get out of bed, you eat breakfast, you play with your animals, or you talk to your loved one, and you do whatever you do that makes you feel good in the morning, like before, as you start your day, or afternoon or evening, whenever you begin your day. And you're feeling really good. Wow, a falcon just flew over us. That was cool. You're feeling really good. You're at a good start to your day. You might be listening to music and dancing, and you're just like having a blast. And that there's a meeting today at work, or that you're working with so and so, and you're like looking forward to it. You expect for your day to fly by because you're already just feeling so good and you're having so much fun, and you're like, oh my God, look at the time. It's already close to the time that I have to go to work. I must be having a lot of fun. You're expecting for, your boss, Stephanie, to come up to you and give you good news and give you, maybe she'll come and give you praise on that project that you did yesterday. And you're expecting to have a blast with your coworkers because every time you come in a good mood, it seems to infect all your coworkers around you, even the customers. And so everybody just ends up having a good time. And you just like get into your shoes, you get into your clothes, get into your car, or get on your bike, or get on your walk, and you're practically skipping to work, and you're just expecting the best. You're expecting your day to just continue feeling the way that you are feeling. High vibe, high energy, just really good, you know? And then sure enough, you get to work. You're not even worried about the time. You got there on time. You are just easing right into the projects, or you're easing right into whatever is expected of you that day. And your coworker, Brittany, is like, greeting you with a smile. And she's like, hey, how are you doing? You seem to be doing really well today. You seem excited. It puts a smile on her face. And then Steven's over there cracking jokes. He comes over to you and like nudges you and is just like, including you and everything, and all the jokes and all the stories that he has on the top of his mind for the day. And then, you're continuing to do your work. You happen to look at the clock and you're like, oh my gosh, it's already like my break time. Hell yeah, I'm going to go eat some food, or I'm going to go listen to my song or whatever. I'm going to go do what I do on my break and just recalibrate. Dang, I really must be having fun, just like I expected to. Because time has flown. And then you get back to get back on work at work, and your break is done. You're feeling good. You're feeling refreshed, and then you're back on your project or whatever you do at work. And Stephanie, your boss, comes over and she's like, "You're doing a really good job. How are you feeling today? You seem like you're feeling really well. Like, look at all this progress you've made today. You're doing awesome. Keep up the good work. Hey, I just wanted to let you know this is what is expected of you and everybody else, because we got a new quarter coming up, and gosh, I'm feeling tired today, but I just wanted to come over and let you know, like, you're doing well, and I wanted to let you know how like what I expect from everybody this quarter, and I believe in you. You're gonna do great." So you are just feeling even better. You're continuing to lean into that good feeling that you woke up with, and you are just naturally expecting your day to progress and to unravel in the way that you have been in the way that it's been unraveling for you. You have high expectations for yourself because you have high vibrations. You're not thinking about the negatives. You're not thinking about things that make you feel less than good. You're thinking about things that make you feel good. You're leaning into those good feelings, and you're you're naturally expecting the very best from your day. And you can, that's just one example. I want to tell you guys about an example of when I first really started practicing expecting the best. And I want to add, before I go into my little story, that when you do your very best, when you do your best, as in you try your hardest to just, like I said, stay in the good moods, like follow what feels good for you in your soul and in your body. And when you just try your best to have a good attitude about things, when you try your best to, you know, I don't know, be a good Samaritan on your way to work, or when you're outside in the world communicating or encountering other people, you share a smile and you're presenting your best self, and you continue to try to lean into that best version of yourself, and you do your best at work, you do your best in every single thing that you do, you try, that naturally falls in tandem with your high expectations for receiving the best. You naturally receive what's best for you. So expect the best, do your very best, and you will definitely receive the best. Like you guys just try it. It doesn't hurt. So here's an example of just recently when was, you know, I was definitely putting my best foot forward, putting my best attitude forward, because I had to go and get something fixed on my car. It was like a big repair that I had been needing to get done on my car. And in the past, whenever it came to having anything to do with fixing my car, it was nerve-wracking. I would expect, to come out with other things that the mechanic found wrong with my car, and I would expect for the payment to be really big and all that stuff, right? The cost and the price to be like gnarly. So anyway, this day I had to go in for a repair for my car, and I instead of falling into anytime I felt like kind of anxious, for instance, anytime I felt any little bit of anxiety in the pit of my stomach about like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna have to take my car in for this repair, I wonder how it's gonna turn out. As soon as I started feeling those feelings of anxiety, I immediately asked myself, what's the best outcome that's gonna happen today for this car repair? I wonder, and I also asked myself, I said to myself, I wonder how well this is going to work out for me today. Words are so powerful. They are so powerful in shaping your mindset, or shifting your mindset, and creating the best outcomes and realities for yourself. So I said to myself, I wonder how this is all going to work out for me today, how well it's all going to work out for me today. I'm excited. I got myself excited. So I go and I drop my car off, and I'm smiling. I'm, nice to the people that are going to be working on my car, of course. I'm, I go and do my thing, sign the paperwork and all that stuff for the financing aspect, and wait for my boyfriend outside to pick me up, because then we went on a little adventure. We walked around our little town. And so we were just out having a blast while my car was getting worked on. And anytime that little pit in my stomach gave me a little bit of anxiety, anytime I thought about my car and thought about like, oh, are they going to call me in the middle of this repair and tell me that the price is going to be changed? Nope, I'm just going to let that thought pass, and I'm going to say to myself again, I wonder how well this is going to work out for me today. And then I'd be like, I'm so excited. I'm going to have pretty much a new car again. I'm so excited to go and get my keys back and see how well my car is going to be running after this repair. I just immediately return to positive thoughts and positivity and all good feelings, right? And so I I'm continuing the day, and they send me a text message saying, okay, your car is ready, right? And so soon enough, like the little bit of anxiety, the little anxious pit in my stomach started to turn into excitement more and more. And so we're on our way back. My boyfriend's driving me to go pick up my car, and I get in there, I get to the service desk, and I'm breathing deeply. I'm just like, because anticipation can sometimes cause a little bit of anxiety, and that's another thing I'm practicing. Like, no, I'm gonna allow this anticipation to create excitement in my gut, in my spirit. So I'm breathing deeply, I'm waiting patiently, I'm being as present as possible, being in the moment while the lady like gets my keys and gets my paperwork. And she says to me, there was a moment where she says, oh, did anyone call you about the price change in your in the repair today? And I said, no one called me. They just sent me a text message. And she said, okay. So she asked me to hold on for a second, and she went in the back and talked to the mechanics. And in that moment, like years ago, my old self would have been like, oh my God, what does she mean, price adjustment? What? Well, I would have just been negative about the whole even inquiry about them did they call me about the price adjustment? I would have just been negative, and I would have like gotten an attitude and just been like, God, this is annoying, and already putting a damp expectation on my car repair based off of that little hiccup, right? But instead, I remained calm, I remained present, and I remained peaceful. And I reminded myself, I continued to say to myself, I wonder how this is going to work out for me, because I feel it. I know it's going to work out for me in my best interest. I continued to expect the best outcome. And so guess what? When she came back out that door, she handed me my keys, and she was like, that was our mistake. We actually misquoted you for one axle, but we knew that you came in to get both of your axles replaced, so we went ahead and did the 2 axles for you. And since it was our mistake, since we were the ones that misquoted you, you're actually going to be paying less than what we originally talked about you coming in to pay today, and there's not going to be any kind of price change. So you guys, I freaking went in there expecting the best. I expected to pay whatever I was quoted to pay in the first place, but because my expectations were so high, because my energy was so positive and joyful, I transformed that situation into being better than what I was expecting. I got to pay less than what I was expecting to pay. I got my repair done, and you see my point here. Like, everything worked out in the best way that it could, because I was expecting it to. I did that. I transformed that, because I'm the creator. I am, I'm the one whose perception and whose expectations influence that situation to come out to the best of its ability. And so I like skipped out of there. I did one of those like little, I don't know what it's called when you do one of these, click your heels together. I was so excited because I bore witness to the power of my own mind, to the power of my expectation. And yeah, that's my story about the power of expectation. So when you guys go into anything, any kind of situation, big or small, expect the best, be your very best, show up as your very best, do your best in every way that you can, and transmute any kind of negativity into positivity as often as you need to. And when you expect the best, you show up as your best, you shall receive the very best. And that's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I love you. Thank you for being here. I don't have my cards with me right now. Otherwise, I would pull an angel deck card for the moment. and leave you guys with a nice little divine oracle message. But till next time, I really hope that this changed your guys' perspective on your expectations, and I hope it encouraged you to utilize your strong, beautiful, powerful mind to the very best of your ability and use it for good. You know what I mean? Expect the best because you deserve the best. Love you.